What's up guys, it's your boy DS, and today we're going to be talking about my Wild Hearts beginner guide. I'm going to be going over everything you guys need to know starting out, and these are just some of the different things that I didn't know that I feel like people should know. So I want to go ahead and make this video so you guys can know everything you need to know and start your journey off right. So the first thing I want to talk about is the 3 weapons. If you guys don't know, there are 3 locked weapons in the game. And they're going to be the last 3, which is the Karakuri Staff, the Claw Blade, and the Hand Cannon. Now, these 3 weapons are arguably the best weapons in the game, so you want to get them as soon as possible. And it's a pretty easy way for you to not get it if you're just having fun. So, long story short, what you want to do is you want to go straight through story, and then once you get to chapter 2, you will have the weapon unlocked. And you'll know you're at chapter 2 because, as you can see right here, you can switch from chapter 1 to chapter 2, and on top of that, you'll know when you get there. But anyways, the best thing for you to do is to go through story and get these 3 unlocked if you want them. If you don't want them that bad, then you don't have to. But I'm telling you now, they are some of the best weapons in the game. You want to have these weapons. So to get the 3 locked weapons, you have to go through story mode and get to chapter 2. Once you do that, you will be able to craft these 3 weapons. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is your armor. Now, once you start the game, you obviously have this first armor set on. You fight one Kemono and you instantly get access to another armor set. Now, this armor set is significantly better than the first one you have. Not to mention it has a couple skills on it. But as you go on, you'll notice that there are a couple of different skills on the armor sets as you go on. Now, the best skills I believe that you guys should have is number 1 going to be health boost because it increases your maximum HP. Another one's going to be sidestepper because this is going to make your dodge range a lot further than it would be without it. Another one you guys should be looking at is savage because this flat out just increases your attack, which increases your damage. Recovery boost because this is going to allow you to get healed more than you usually would without it. And then the last one I want to talk about is going to be core boost, which increases your maximum stamina, which is going to be a really nice addition to your build because if you're out of stamina, you basically can't run, you can't dodge, you can't do anything. So whenever you get into the game, you want to get to a different armor upgrade as soon as possible, and then on top of that, you do want to be looking out for those skills because the skills are going to be very beneficial to you. The next thing I want to talk about is the training dummy. As you guys see, we're in Minato, and all you have to do is go over here, and you'll see this green area, and as you see, there is a training dummy. Now, the thing about this training dummy is well, number 1, you can just flat out, practice combos, whatever the case may be. But the big thing to note about the training dummy is that you can actually turn the tutorials on and it will show you the combos for your weapon. Now, this is going to be really good because a lot of weapons in the game don't tell you how they work, number 1, and number 2, they have a lot of different combos that they don't tell you about either. So make sure you use this training dummy to learn your weapon as much as possible. It's a really good thing for you to do early on so that later in the game you'll have all your combos down, you'll know how to dish out insane amount of damage, and you'll be ready to go. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is interacting with the different NPCs in this place. Now, if you guys don't know, there are going to be some people with scrolls above their heads, and if they have a scroll above their head, that means that they have a side mission. Now, you can pick up as many side missions as you want, and you can do them passively over time. You don't have to, do 1 or 2 side missions. You can literally do as many as you want. You can just stockpile them up, and then whenever you eventually get it done, you can go take it back, and you'll be good to go. Now, one of the main people you need to talk to is this guy right here. He is going to be the Fisher Guild, and how he works is he has these different jobs that you can take. Now, you can do 5 at a time, and you don't have to rush them. You can do them passively or whenever you get to them. But these are going to net you a lot of different materials to upgrade your weapons and to upgrade your armor and gear. Now, on top of that, these are things that you can do multiple times, and once you completely fill this out, there will be a whole nother list which will give you even more rewards. So like, these basically don't run out. It's just going to be something that you can always do to always get some really great rewards. So make sure you talk to the Fisher Guild guy and make sure you're getting all of those side quests so you can maximize your profit when going out and hunting. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is placing your tents. As you guys know, whenever you get to a campsite or you make one, you can place a tent down that you can teleport to. Well, one of the best things that you can do for yourself is whenever you're on the map, you want to place the tents in areas that are, number one, hard to access, and two, are not that close to each other. As you guys see, I have a tent right here on the bottom, and I wanted to go ahead and place a tent as far away as possible so that if I ever needed to get over here or something, I can teleport there. If I ever needed to go over here or something, I can teleport here. And then I'm going to end up placing one probably in the middle somewhere so that I can basically cover all the ground that I need to. So make sure whenever you're placing tents, you don't place them too close together, and you want to place them in optimal spots so that you don't have to go too far no matter where you're going. The next thing I want to talk about is food. If you guys don't know, whenever you're out of combat, you can eat food and it's going to help you drastically. So as you guys see right here, I have a whole bunch of food here. Now the thing about this is the food give you different types of buffs. As you see right here, this gives me health boost, attack boost. If I eat this, the same thing. Eat this, health boost, defense boost, same thing. Critical boost fury, critical master. There are a bunch of different buffs that you can apply to your character, and this is something that you need to do often and as much as possible so that whenever you're fighting any Kemono or anything else, you guys are basically dishing out the most amount of damage, and on top of that, you're gonna have the best stats you can possibly have. And as you guys can see the little meter down there, that will basically tell you how much food you can consume. As you can see right here, this takes 15, and so if I eat that, there you go. And then if I eat this one, this is 10, and so on and so forth. Once you max that bar out, you can't eat food until that bar goes down or you reset your food effects. But make sure you guys are eating food before battles as much as possible. It is a really big game changer. Now, another thing I want to talk to you guys about is attacking the weak spots on the Kemono. If you guys didn't know, Kemono do have weak spots, and they are different depending on which Kemono we're talking about. So what you want to do is you want to go to your cyclopedia, as you can see right here, and then as you can see the giant Kemono, we'll look at the rage tail. We're on the first page, but if you go to the second page, you'll see where it says part softness, head is 5 stars, and then every other part is 4 stars. So basically, it doesn't matter where you hit this Kemono, you're going to do damage no matter what. Now, let's say we go to something like the lava back. As you can see, the head is 5 stars, the body is 4 stars, but then everything else is 2 stars and 1 stars. So the best spot for you to hit him is going to be his head or his body. That's going to get you the most amount of damage if you're fighting him. Now, another thing I need to tell you guys about is your talisman. Whenever you go to a forge or whatever else, click change your equipment, and as you can see right here, you have a talisman that you're able to put on. Now, the thing about this is, if you click it, you'll see there's other talisman here, but the thing about that is you can choose 5 of them. You could actually wear 5 talisman. Now, you saw I only had 1, and I was using only 1 for a large part of me playing, but you can actually equip all of these and get all of the passes on all of them. So as you can see, I get health boost, wood boost, wind resilience, stowed weapon art. You'll get all of the boost from the 5 talisman that you equip. So make sure, go check and equip 5 talisman that are going to boost you as much as you want. Now, I already told you some of the best things are like savage, health boost, the dash distance, etc. But make sure you guys are putting on 5 talisman instead of only having on 1, because it doesn't tell you right here that you can equip 5, but on the right side you'll see I already have the 4 equipped and it shows that. So there you guys go. Another thing you guys need to make sure you're doing is level up your Tsukumo. As you can see right here, enhance Tsukumo. And whenever you do this, it will actually give you increased thread. As you guys see at the bottom right, you start out with 10 thread, but I have 15. And that's because I leveled up my Tsukumo a bunch of times. Now, you guys can level it up in which way you want. As you guys see right here, this one increases your attack. This one gives you a health boost and increases your defense. This one right here will actually allow Tsukumo to heal you, which is pretty nice. And then you see this one right here. And this one right here is going to give you a little bit more thread recharge speed. Now, you guys can level up whichever ones you want. It is up to you. So yeah, make sure you guys level up Tsukumo as much as possible. And that will allow you to have a lot more thread than you usually would starting off the game. Now, if you guys want to know how to get the cogs to level up Tsukumo, out in the world, whenever you're exploring or whatever, there's going to be like little Tsukumos, just like, you know, the one that's following you. All you have to do is walk up and press the action button, and it will give you a cog for it. Now, like I said, there is a bunch out in the world. Most places have 40 to 50 each, so there are a lot to get. So you should have seen them by now. You just might not have known that you saw them. But yeah, they look just like Tsukumo, and they're out there just sitting there waiting to be befriended. And once you do, you will get a cog, and you'll be good to go. Now, the last thing I want to talk to you guys about are the little Kemono. If you guys didn't know, they also drop resources, and they also give you very important materials for upgrading all of your gear and equipment. So anyway, that is going to be it for this video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. With that being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace.